Hello, I'm Orlando Pita and I'm a hairdresser. I was born in Havana, Cuba. It was very humble beginnings. We were immigrants and lived in a one-bedroom apartment, 6 of us. But it made us very close, and it's a very loving, nurturing atmosphere at home. Seeing Manhattan across the river, I always knew I wanted to do something over there. And so it was great to be in such close proximity to New York because I felt that there was a buzz and an inspiration there. I wanted to be an architect because I loved the shape of things, and I loved buildings and construction, and I liked always building things with my hands. But I didn't know whether I wanted to go through 6 years of schooling and doing hairs, working with my hands as well, and I felt that the architecture part of my ambitions, I built that into my hairdressing as well. Around the time I was 14, my brother and I made a deal that I would cut his hair and he would cut my hair because it couldn't be worse than what the hairdresser was doing for us. And I cut his hair and it came out really bad, and my father had to end up taking him to the hairdresser anyway. But then I was speaking with my grandmother and I thought, I think I know why I got those steps, because I was holding the hair horizontally and maybe I need to hold it vertically, and if someone would give me another chance, I'm sure I could do a better job. And I convinced her and she let me cut her hair, and it was better. And then I think my mother was the third person that let me cut her hair. My brother, who got the bad haircut, was working as a photographer's assistant, and the hairdresser they had booked that day for the photo shoot canceled at the last minute. And he called me up at home and he said, you have to come to the shoot. And then about 8 months after that, the same photographer's agent in Paris said to him that she'd like to start a hair and makeup division in her agency, and if I would come and live in Paris. So I moved to Paris and I lived there for about 3 years. And that's how I got started in this business. I didn't know, but I was prepping for it the whole time from 14 to 21. Be the head of a team backstage at a fashion show is thrilling for me. I love doing that because it's very collaborative work. You start by going to having meetings with the designer, looking at the collections, coming up with hairdos. Then after you come up with the hairstyle, then you go backstage to the show and you're with your team, and they're the most important thing to me. I tell them all the time and they're like, yeah, sure. But it's about the team making it all come to life, because I can't do every girl backstage. And it's everything I love. But the first, I think, really big celebrity I worked with was Madonna. Madonna always wanted to wear different hairstyles back then, and that was a great inspiration to me to talk about concepts and things like that. And I love working with celebrities because they're creative people, and I feed off everybody's creativity. I know that I am not where I am because of myself. I mean, I can't say I've had a bad experience with a celebrity. And I think that it makes the process so much easier when you're working with people that you respect creatively, that you respect on a personal level, and I'm looking forward to doing lots more.